Now for the new dimensions, we are going to consider B dash as the new width of channel and D dash as the new depth of flow. Then new area will be D dash into B dash. Okay, but here we are going to consider the constant area as before, that is 6 meters square. Okay, now for maximum discharge, the condition is for maximum discharge B dash should be equals to 2 times D dash. This condition is for the most economical rectangular section, that is width of a channel section should be equal to 2 times the depth of channel, depth of flow. But here B, instead of B we are going to consider B dash, and instead of D we are going to consider D dash. Okay, so B dash equals to 2 times the D dash. Now substitute the value of B dash in equation. This value of B dash, that is 2 D dash, substitute it in area of equation. You will get the value of new depth as 1.732 meters. The value of new depth is 1.732 meters, and the value of new width is 3.464 meters. Okay, these are the two new dimensions. Depth is 1.732 and the width is 3.464. Okay, now the weighted perimeter for these new dimensions will be weighted perimeter for these new dimensions will be P dash. Okay, P dash will be your B dash plus 2 times the D dash. The perimeter will be 6.928. 6.928. Okay, now the hydraulic mean depth for the new dimensions, M dash will be A by P dash, A by P dash. Okay, that will be equal to 6 upon 6.928, that is 0.866 meters is the new hydraulic mean depth. By using these quantities, you can find out the new discharge, that is maximum discharge for that rectangular section is Q dash will be AC root of M dash into I. Here for new discharge you can see that the area of flow is constant. Okay, area of flow is constant because they have given the condition that area of flow should be constant for original and for new dimensions also. Hmm? C is, they have already given C. Now the hydraulic mean depth or a hydraulic radius is only changed here because the original dimensions are somehow different, so perimeter is changing and the new dimensions are different. Okay, so here only the changed value is your M. By using these values you can find out the new discharge, that is maximum discharge, as 7.9.71, 9.71, and the original dimension discharge is 9.66. Okay, so increase in discharge is this Q dash minus your Q. 0.05 meter cube per second is the increase in that discharge through the most economical channel section. Okay, now you can see that you can see that okay, now the most economical rectangular section is over. The second shape of the most economical channel is trapezoid. Okay, now most economical trapezoidal channel section. What are the conditions for most economical trapezoidal channel? We have seen the conditions for most economical rectangular channel. There are two conditions. First is the width of channel should be two times the depth of that channel, and second is the hydraulic mean depth for rectangular channel should be half of the depth. Okay, should be half of the depth. Now the most economical trapezoidal channel, here in this figure you can see the trapezoidal channel A, B, C, D. Okay, now here the depth of flow is D and the width, bottom width is B. Okay, as we already studied this, the side side slope or the angle made by the side of this trapezoidal channel with the horizontal is theta, and okay, I'll show you this. Now here you can easily see that this is your bottom width B, and the side sloping side is d under root n square plus 1. D under root n square plus 1. As the sides sides are making the slope as 1 in n, 1 vertical to n horizontal. This is the side slope of this trapezoidal channel. So the side sloping side will be d under root n square plus 1. D under root 1 square n square plus 1. So we have to prove that this sloping side is d under root n square plus 1. Okay, this will be your one condition. Hmm? Now I'll zoom out this. Okay, now move further. Here first, the side slope I have already explained. Side slope is given as 1 vertical to n horizontal. Okay, 1 vertical to n horizontal. So, area of flow can be find out by using the area of trapezoid. Okay, area of trapezoid will be the bottom width plus top width divided by 2 into depth of flow. Okay, any trapezoidal section if you are going to take, then the area of that section will be your bottom plus top by 2 into depth. Okay, here bottom width is BC, top width is AD. So put that BC plus AD by 2 into D. Now the BC is your bottom width, they have given as B. Okay, they have given as B. Now by using side slope 1 in n, we can find out this CE extension as ND. Okay, this CE is same for this side also. Okay, so the top width will be BC plus 2 times CE. BC plus 2 times CE. One for this and one for this. So B plus 2ND will be your top width. This thing I have already explained in previous video. B plus 2ND is your top width and bottom width is B. So put it in the equation, you will get B plus 2ND by 2 into D. Okay, 2B plus 2ND by 2. So put we will get the 2 as common value, so put it outside the bracket and cancel it from numerator and denominator. You will get b d plus 2nd. Okay, b in bracket d plus d in bracket b plus nd, d in bracket b plus nd. Area is b in bracket d in bracket b plus nd. So by using this equation you can find out the b value in terms of d. The b value in terms of d as a by d minus nd equals to b. B equals to a by d minus nd. Okay. Now the weighted perimeter here is this sloping side AB plus BC, again this sloping side CD. Okay. Now this sloping sides are equal in dimensions, so we can write as the 2 times CD, AB and CD as 2 times CD. So BC plus 2 times the CD. Okay. Now BC is your B bottom width plus 2 times CD value we can find out by using Pythagoras theorem. C square plus D square, square root of C square plus D square. So by substituting the values for particular dimension, you will get the perimeter as b plus 2d square root n square plus 1. Now for most economical channel section, the first condition is any channel section will be most economical when the weighted perimeter of that channel is minimum. Okay, and the uh, discharge which is passing through, or uh, discharge which is passing through that most economical channel section for a given cross section, and the slope and the roughness coefficient should be maximum. Weighted perimeter should be minimum and discharge should be maximum. Okay, so uh, the same thing we have to do as we have done in the rectangular section. So we have to do the differentiation of perimeter with respect to d, and should that perimeter differentiation should be equal to 0. Okay, so differentiate it d by dd of perimeter. So I'll put the value of perimeter here, d by dd of a by d minus nd plus 2d square root of n square plus 1 should be equal to 0. So the differentiation values you already are aware. What is the differentiation of 1 by d? What is the differentiation of d? So do the differentiation here and you will get the final value as a by d square plus n equals to 2 n square plus 1. Okay, here the a area of flow we have already find out, area of flow. So put that a value here as bd plus nd square, or d in bracket b plus nd divided by d square plus n equals to 2 n square, square root of n square plus 1. Here d will get cancelled and you will get b plus nd divided by d plus n equals to 2 times n square plus 1. Okay, now here you have to equate the denominator here. So multiply by d to this n on numerator and denominator, you will get nd divided by d. So you can simply add the numerator b plus ND plus ND divided by D equals to B plus 2ND by 2. Okay, so this B plus 2ND by 2 should be equal to the RHS, that is 2 square root of n square plus 1. But we all are aware about that B plus 2ND is nothing but B plus 2ND is nothing but top width. Okay, so these two can be shifted to this numerator denominator, and this D value can be shifted to this numerator. Okay, so the final expression will be B plus 2ND by 2 should be equal to D square root of n square plus 1. Okay, now this D square root n square plus 1 is the one of the sloping side. I'll show you here the 1 minute. So now this D square root n square plus 1 is one of the sloping side. Okay, now AB value of AB will be also D square root n square plus 1, and the value of CD is also D square root n square plus 1. Okay, so this sloping side should be equal to half of this top width AD. Okay, first condition for this trapezoidal section to be most economical is the sloping side, one of the sloping side should be equal to half of the top width. Okay, that is B plus 2ND by 2 divide B plus 2ND by 2 should be equal to D square root n square plus 1. D square root n square plus 1. You can see from this is the first condition. B plus 2ND by 2 equals to D square root n square plus 1. Okay, now the second is hydraulic mean depth. Hydraulic mean depth is M equals to area of flow divided by your weighted perimeter. Okay, as we already aware about the hydraulic radius or hydraulic mean depth as the A by P. Okay, A by P. Now the area value we have already covered in previous expression. So area we can simply write it as a B plus ND into D. Okay, and the perimeter value from the expression we can write it as the perimeter is B plus B plus 2ND. Okay, b plus 2 and D. Okay, so the perimeter will be, so B plus 2 and D is your 2D square root n square plus 1. By substituting all the quantities, you will get the value of perimeter as 2 times B plus ND. 2 times B plus ND. ओके, बिकॉज स्लोपिंग साइड जो है उस ट्रेपेजोइडल सेक्शन की वो टॉप विड्थ के हाफ है, तो दो स्लोपिंग साइड अगर हम लोग कंसिडर करेंगे तो क्या होगा, टॉप विड्थ एक टॉप विड्थ हो जाएगी. ओके, एक टॉप विड्थ हो जाएगी. सो टॉप विड्थ प्लस योर बॉटम विड्थ will be your perimeter. So here write it as a 2B plus ND. Now hydraulic mean depth M equals to A by P. Put the value of A here and P. You will get the hydraulic mean depth as D by 2. This condition is same as that of the rectangular most economical rectangular channel section. Okay, so the second condition is the trapezoidal section to be most economical, the hydraulic mean depth must be equal to the half must be equal to the half of the depth of flow. Okay, this is the second condition. And the very third condition is, if if we are going to draw a semicircle inside the channel section, then the sides of that trapezoidal section will be tangential to the semicircle. That semicircle, अगर हम लोग एक semicircle draw करते हैं inside that trapezoidal section, तो क्या होगा, जो तीन sides हो गए trapezoidal section के, वो आपके सेमी सर्कल को tangential होंगे. ओके, सो कंसिडर दिस फिगर. हियर a semicircle is shown in a dotted lines, and the trapezoidal section ABCD is drawn. Okay, now from the top width, O is the center of your top width AD. Okay, and the theta is your angle made by the sloping side with the horizontal. Okay, from this center of a top width, draw a perpendicular to the sloping side AB at point F. Okay, so OF is the perpendicular at AB. That means AFO should be 90 degrees. And by using the parallel lines theorem, we can write as the angle theta here should be equal to the angle theta at the top. Okay, that means it is in the Z uh, Z pattern. So this angle and this angle should be equal. So this will be also a theta. Now consider this right angle triangle OAF, OAF, and this, in this OAF, this angle A is theta, this angle F is 90 degrees. So sin theta value will be opposite side divided by hypotenuse. OF divided by OA will be your hypotenuse. Okay, so from this expression you can find out the value of OF, that is perpendicular, as AO sine of theta. Okay, that is OA sine of theta is your OF. Okay, now in triangle AEB, in this triangle AEB, the sine theta value is again the same, opposite side, that is AE divided by hypotenuse AB. Okay, now here opposite side is D, that is depth of flow. Okay, so we can write it as a D, and AB is your sloping side. Okay, AB is your sloping side, that is D square root of n square plus 1. So D square root of n square plus 1, and this D will get cancelled, and remaining is 1 divided by square root of n square plus 1. Now this is the value of sine theta. Okay, this is the value of sine theta. So we can put this 1 divided by n square plus 1 in this OF equation. Okay, in this OF equation, the equation will be OF equals to OA 1 divided by square root of n square plus 1. Okay, now this OA is the half of top width. Okay, is the half of top width. Now right now we have derive one condition that half of top width should be equal to one of the sloping side. Okay, one of the sloping side. So consider that condition, and you can write down the half of top width as d square root of n square plus 1. Okay, this is the condition for most economical trapezoidal channel section. That is half of the top width should be equal to one of the sloping side. So the OA value is d square root of n square plus 1. We can simply write down in terms in OF as d square root n square plus 1 divided by n square plus 1. This bracket will get cancelled and remaining is OF equals to d. Now here you can see that in this diagram we get that OF value is equal to the d value. That means this OF is similar to the depth of flow. That means this OG is also the depth of flow, and if we are going to draw a perpendicular to CD, then that perpendicular will also be same as that of OF. Okay, so this OF, OG and this third perpendicular also, the value of all three perpendiculars will be same as that of the depth of flow. From this you can conclude that this AB, BC and CD sides are tangential to the semicircle inscribed to this trapezoid. Inscribed means the semicircle which is drawn inside to the section. Okay, so we can summarize this three conditions as: for most economical trapezoidal section, the conditions are: first is half of top width should be equal to one of the sloping side. Second is this condition is same as that of for the rectangular channel also. Hydraulic mean depth equal to half of the depth of flow. And the third is a semicircle drawn from the O with radius equal to the depth of flow will touch the three sides of channel. Okay, when we draw a semicircle from the center of top width with the radius equal to depth of flow, then that semicircle will touch the three sides of the channel. Okay, this is all about the most economical rectangular channel section and the most economical trapezoidal channel section. In this video or up to this, we have studied the conditions for most economical rectangular section and the most economical trapezoidal section. And also we have covered the numericals for the most economical rectangular section. Okay, in next video we will study the numericals for most economical trapezoidal section, and the one more shape for most economical section is remaining. That shape is circular section. Okay, so in next video we will go through the most economical circular section, and we will go through the most economical trapezoidal section numericals. Okay, I hope up to this you have understood or better understood what is mean by most economical section. Again I will repeat this: the most economical section is that section, or a best section is that section whose cost of construction is minimum. Okay, the first condition. Second is the weighted perimeter of that most economical section is minimum, and the discharge which is passing through that section should be maximum. Okay, I hope you understand what is the concept of most economical section and the concept of most economical rectangular and trapezoidal section. Thank you.